All right, today we're going to master a really common English idiom that you'll hear all the time, especially when it comes to making those big, kind of tough decisions. Let's get right into it.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You find something you absolutely love online, you add it to your cart, and then you just stop. You stare at it, maybe for days, maybe even weeks. You close the browser, you open it back up, you just can't bring yourself to commit. Well, that exact moment of hesitation, that whole back and forth debate in your head just before you finally click that buy button, guess what? There's a perfect English phrase that totally captures the feeling of making that final move.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about that hesitation moment. We're going to dig into the specific situation where this expression just comes alive.
It's that internal debate, isn't it? Maybe it's a brand new laptop or that gaming console you've been dreaming about for months. You've read all the reviews, you've watched the unboxing videos, you know you want it. But it's a big purchase. That little voice in your head going, do I really need this? That's exactly what we're talking about.
So what is this perfect expression for finally breaking through all that indecision? Let's find out.
And here it is, to pull the trigger. Now, the really crucial part here is that this phrase means you've finally committed. You've gone from just thinking about it, maybe for a long time, to actually doing it, making that purchase.
Look, definitions are great and all, but the absolute best way to learn an idiom is to hear how it sounds in a real, natural conversation. So let's listen in on how two friends might use this. So let's say our first speaker is Sarah. She's just catching up with her friend Mike, asking about that console he's been wanting for ages.
And there's Mike, stuck right in that hesitation moment we were talking about. See, he really wants it, but he's holding back because of the price. He calls it a big investment. He just hasn't been able to commit yet.
And boom, there it is. A perfect use of the phrase. Sarah is encouraging him to just stop hesitating and go for it. When she says pull the trigger, it's like friendly advice. She's saying, look, just make the decision and enjoy the thing you want.
All right, you've totally got the basics down now, so let's level up. Here's a little pro tip that's going to help you sound just like a native speaker.
We're going to look at a few little details, where the phrase came from, the best time to use it, and maybe more importantly, when to avoid using it. Getting these little things right is the secret to sounding totally natural.
So first, where does this saying even come from? Well, it literally comes from the action of firing a gun. Once you pull that trigger, that's it. There's no going back. It's a final, decisive action. And that's exactly why it works best for big, expensive, or really carefully considered purchases. Think a car or a new computer. You would never, ever say you pulled the trigger on a pack of gum. It would sound pretty ridiculous, right? Because the decision just isn't big enough.
Okay, your turn. Time for a quick pop quiz. Let's see if you can spot the perfect situation to use this phrase. Ready?
All right, so which of these situations is the best fit for to pull the trigger? Is it A, quickly buying a cheap little thing at the checkout? Is it B, just browsing clothes when you're not even planning to buy anything? Or is it C, finally deciding to buy that new, expensive camera after weeks and weeks of research? Go on, take a second. What do you think?
Yes! If you said C, you are absolutely right. You totally nailed it.
And C is the perfect answer because it checks all the boxes, doesn't it? It was a big, considered purchase, and it came after a long period of hesitation. That is the classic scenario. So now you know exactly how to use this awesome idiom. The only question left is, what big decision are you ready to pull the trigger on?